Fubbins here. I hope you guys are going well. We're going to talk about comic books today because it's been a rough month. And I've done a lot of comic book reading to relax, rewind, unwind. That's the word that I'm looking for, unwind. Relax and unwind. I've been reading a lot of comics and I've got a bunch that I want to talk to you about. Before I jump into comics, let's admire this stupid shirt that I purchased on the interwebs. I'm going to the Scream premiere screening tonight. I'm very excited. I don't get invited to things very often, so I feel very special. Bought a special shirt to wear. However, I was duped on the internet. I was scammed and I got "No, your hang up first." Meant to say "No, you hang up first," but I got "No, your hang up." And the text isn't even cut out properly. I'm gonna look so good tonight. Do I have another shirt to wear? No. So I just gotta wear this one. Looking great at the Scream premiere, as always. Not premiere, preview screening. I'm not that special. Anyway, here are some comics that I enjoyed this month that I thought you might want to check out. But before we start, I wanted to get you guys some information, some info on the download that I got from my friend Dean Rankin. Apparently, elves enjoy polka music. That's their jam. They have a battle of the bands every year, you see, and Dean decided to make a comic all about it. Death metal emo elves. Can we enjoy the changes of font that appear here? Which is your favourite font? Mine is the sad emo in that. God, memories. Oh, the 2000s. Oh, what a time. Death metal emo elves tells the story of young Emo and his band, Emo and the Evergreens. They've entered the battle of the bands, rocked out with their polka. Everyone was amazed. Clapped, said, "This is amazing. You're gonna win for sure." However, when they're practicing for the grand finale, the accordion breaks. Yes, the all-important polka accordion has broken. What is Emo going to do? He's talking to his girlfriend. His girlfriend's not into it. She's not really into what he does and thinks he's lame. And he's like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. Goes to the music store. And while he's there, he's talking to a dude that reminds me a lot of comic book guy. Close relation to mine. At the music store, he sees an Elf-Fender spellcaster. You're going to have fun with words with this comic. Elf-Fender spellcaster. It's a guitar. What's a guitar? Emo doesn't know. And so he takes the guitar home. Boing! Straight away, windows shatter. Everyone goes crazy. What is that noise? It's so loud. What does that sound like? He needs to learn the power of rock. And who better to learn that from than Elfish Paisley? Elfish Paisley. Yes, we're going to have fun with names. I told you that. So, it is through the power of rock that Emo learns to become a cooler person. I started talking like this too much and my cat Fubbins has gone crazy. So, if you hear craziness in the background and things bumping around, it's Fubbins running around because he thinks I'm going to play with him. But I'm not. Will you calm down? Stop it. Anyway, Elfish Paisley. He wants to learn the master of rock from him so he can bring rock and roll back to the elf people. Amazing. This book was so much fun and Dean has this clever wit. There's always like a boom ching in the comics. I love the way he What are you doing? Elfish Paisley is going to teach them the way of rock and roll, and that's how I felt during this comic. You know that really amazing movie School of Rock where it's like, rock is so good, let's listen to Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin and rock and roll. That's gone nowadays, you know? Classic rock is not appreciated anymore, and movies like that where it's kids being like, yeah, rock and roll, that's what this feels like. It feels like an elf rock and roll, yeah, rock is cool for kids. I flippin' loved it. I love Dean's style of drawing. I always have. It kind of looks like it could already be an animated series, which let's hope this does get picked up. It's for really young readers. You've got like a large text and a large image per page with nice off-white backgrounds. Helps little kids read when it's not pure white paper. I don't know if you knew that, but I do. I know these things because I've worked in comics for nearly, oh, actually 10 years. 10 years I've worked in comics. Anyway, it's a really good read. You can pick it up because it's a small publication through Redback. You can pick it up through Dean's website. I'll link it down below. But if you're in the mood for like some classic rock and roll love and silliness and weird facial expressions and elves dressing up as emo rockers in death metal outfits, it's just a really nice time. Okay, this one goes out to my manga lovers, specifically those of you that love cat manga, which is everyone. Do you not like cat manga? What is wrong with you? Anyway, we're gonna make a delicious munga sandwich. And not just any munga sandwich, a cat munga sandwich. Saying that out loud sounds not great. If you like cat munga, then this is the sandwich, okay? So bottom level is man and his cat. It's about an old man, his wife dies and he gets a cat, right? And he learns the way of the cat. Delightful. Middle layer, way of the house husband. Okay, it's about a yakuza, ex-yakuza, who now is a stay-at-home husband and has a pet cat. Okay, cool. Top layer, my roommate is a cat. Great anime, very charming, about a sad dude who has a cat. If you were to combine those into a sandwich, took a big old bite, this is what it would taste like. Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten by Riddle Kamimura. Right, so I've set the scene. It's about a sad Yakuza guy named Jin who is coming home from work, right? And he finds a stray cat in a little box. Its name is Sabu, he's named it Sabu, and he decides to take the kitten home. Most of the jokes in this comic come from images of Sabu being terrified of Jin. That's most of the comic. So I'm a little bit sad that there's not more like Sabu having a nice time, having tasty treats, being happy. It's literally Sabu feeling like Jin's gonna throttle him at any moment, which he's not, because Jin is a delightful fellow who also happens to work for a crime boss, right? And so Sabu is learning the ways of being in a crime family and learns that they're going to also have to be employed and work for Jin's boss. But I'm not going to ruin the comic. I'll just tell you it's not the job that you think it is. Not the job that you think it is. This comic is really odd because I really want to love it because it's about a grumpy dude and a cat, right? And apart from Man and his cat, who's actually a delightful, quiet man and a cat, those other two comics about grumpy dudes and cats, which I obviously like. However, there's just not enough panels of a happy kitty, right? But there is a lot of panels of hilariously terrified cats getting misunderstandings. So it's quite a light read, quite fun. Do you need to read the whole series? No. But I definitely would recommend Volume 1 for a nice light read. Perhaps you're having a poopy day and just want a bit of a giggle. Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten might do the job. I hate this place. That's the joke I make to every customer that buys this, and no one ever laughs. They buy this and I say, oh, I hate this place. Then why'd you come in then? And nobody ever laughs. Or, well, they do the the polite, chuckle. It's the worst. I don't know what I'm thinking, and yet I still continue to do it. It's like unfunny jokes just seem funny to me all the time. Liam calls them wife jokes. They're not funny. Anyway, I hate this place. An Image comic. Is it? Yeah, it is. An Image comic by Carl Starks and Art Yom Toplin. I picked this up because everyone kept buying it. It kept selling out, but also because the variant cover made an interesting choice. So every variant cover that comes in for this comic says a swear word, this place, right? I'll let you fill in the gaps. Apples, this place. Pigeon, this place. All right, you can fill it in. It's not either of those words, but you get it. And I was like, that is a bold choice for a comic, and I'm not sure why they need to do that. So I wanted to see what the deal was with the comic. So I read it, and I read it super quick. Loved it, and Liam loved it too, which we don't usually always, actually we hardly ever agree on comics that we like. So it was quite exciting that both our tastes enjoyed the one comic. So this comic starts off strong, okay? You have three dudes in a forest doing a dodgy deal. There's a car, you know what's gonna happen. One of them's gonna play up, try and kill the other one, get away with the mun-mun or whatever's in the trunk. Bang, bang. However, while all this is going on and the double crossing is happening, a giant monster appears, slice, kills one of them, kaboom, right? And that's where we go, right? And the dude runs off, pew, into the forest. And you're like, whoa, where are we going with this comic? That's a lot to handle. Couple of pages in. Then we meet Gabby and Trudy. They are at a ranch, which in Australia is just a farm. In America, you say, I raise cattle on a ranch. In Australia, you go, I got a farm, it's got cows on it. So that's what they do. They inherited this from their auntie who passed away. They've arrived to check it out, start a new life away from everyone, and, just have a nice time on their farm. Once they reach there, however, they find shenanigans going on inside, including a very strange room, which is, I nearly said waterproof, but it's soundproof, alright? Soundproof room, so you can't hear anything outside, and it's full of VHS tapes, which is literally my dream, right? But for these people, it's a little weird. we'll get into that. So they're on the farm, they're having a weird night, whatever, they go to sleep and they wake up hearing all these weird noises over where the cows are. So they go to investigate and start to see spectrals everywhere. Whoa, spectrals. And they're like, what the hell? And then they start attacking them. So they run back to the house, hide in this soundproof room where they're nice and safe, and watch a tape that says, watch me. And on the tape, they're informed that they have, in fact, inherited a spooky, weird farm that they can never escape from. End scene. And that's the start of the comic. That's like the first issue. So let me tell you the adventures you go on, right? Let me tell you that first guy, he comes back into it, all right? Perhaps as an employee undercover. Why is he there? Why does he want the farm? Why does he want to hang around? I don't know, especially if they know it's spooky. It's just really great, really engaging. And what I enjoyed most is that it's a gay couple. And they just go about their business. It's not like a big coming out, I'm gay. It's not like, oh, shock, let's have a conversation about this. It's not, no, here's Gabby and Trudy. They're a couple. They've inherited a farm. Moving on. Amazing. Such a sweet relationship. Wonderful to see. And I just really enjoyed that representation in my comic that wasn't jammed down my throat. Thank you very much, Cole Higgins. Good job. Really recommend this book. In fact, it's probably my favourite comic I've read lately. So before I talk about this magical comic I want to talk about, let's talk about the company that makes it, Silver Sprocket. Silver Sprocket Comics. I'm going to make a whole video about them, but for now we're going to talk about this one comic. They make amazing indie comic creators come together and release these really weird offbeat comics. My like classic comic feeling. Right? So when I first got into comics, this is the kind of stuff I've read, and I have a real taste for it at the moment. Gone back to reading Adrian Tomei and Julia Wirtz and weird kooky characters. Anyway, Silver Sprocket Comics, check him out. I'll do a whole video on it. This is from Silver Sprocket Comics by a guy called Michael Sweater. It's called Everything Sucks. Relatable, right? Had a hell of a month. Relatable title. So, things that rule about this comic. I don't know if you can see it, but the covers are holographic. For no particular reason. There's like, yeah, the camera's picking it up. Sparkly for no reason. They also come with stickers. There's swears on the stickers. So adults, now's the time to turn your kids away. Free stickers, which we've stuck all around the house. This is the second issue, so I haven't stuck them anywhere yet. I just really enjoy them. And number one's probably out of print now, but you can definitely get number two, especially at my work. We've got a few. You don't need to read them together. They're just random stories, a few little stories in them. And they are pretty much weird 90s humor with my humor about the things I like and stoner comedy, which I've never been stoned in my life, except that one time I accidentally took too many airplane sickness tablets and I was high, but I've never actually been high. So I don't get stoner humor, but I found these very, very funny and enjoyable. Specifically the character Noah, who's a bird person. Okay, and they're hanging out on their couch, which is what most of this comic is just hanging out with your friends, talking about stuff, getting some food, going for a skate. Relatable, right? Except they're a bird person and they're talking to their friend Kala, who has like pink hair and kind of looks like a poodle. Okay, they're sitting there and they're discussing art. Okay, and film, French New Wave cinema, they're talking about these things, and Kala calls them out, saying you don't know anything about art. And then the greatest panel that I've read in years pops up. This has a swear in it, so adults hide your babies. It says, "Fuck you, I understand art. I've watched Pulp Fiction 3 times. Oh my god. I laughed so loud when I read that. Oh my god. So good. That is some quick wit. I know a million people that think they know cinema because they've watched Quentin Tarantino and quite a Quentin Tarantino me. Amazing. So good. That's what the comic is. Quick wit, silliness, chatting about new wave cinema, trying to steal your friend's DVD because you've got nothing to watch at home. It's great. It's a really good time. So if you enjoy comics that are about real people that look like birds and dogs, and one of them's like a possum that's hanging out in the sewer. Okay, maybe people don't do that, but this is a really fun book. I implore you to check out anything from Silver Sprocket. I think I've bought nearly every comic they've released so far that I can get my hands on. They're all really unique and different with really amazing art. Michael Sweater is so fun. Highly recommend following them on Instagrams. Their love of cats, relatable. Their love of weird cinema, relatable. Really good. Look how shiny. You know you want it. So funny. Okay, so I got sidetracked reading panels. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today, is some funny books, and also to say hello because it's been about a month and I missed you. I have a surprise coming for you. I have to finish it, but it's really exciting, and yeah, I can't wait to share it with you. It's been a little while, but it's a surprise just for you. So stay tuned. In my next video, you will see the surprise. Not this one, the next one. And yeah, I love you a lot. Please let me know what you've been doing down below. It's been a weird month. I've had a lot of sad times, so I need some pepping. Tell me nice things that happened to you this month, and I can read them and have a lovely chat with you. That will make me so happy. Look after yourselves. I love you a lot. Let me know if you check out any of these bookies. Oh, and you can always talk to me on Instagram, on the Grims. I'm on there a lot. We can chat about comics and have a good time. Love you, and I'll see you next video with your special surprise. Okay, bye.